afternoon and welcome. You're watching Sports Buzz, your one-stop window to all that is making news in the field of sports. I am Samridhi Goel. Let's begin. Sunrisers Hyderabad fast bowler T. Natarajan tests positive for COVID-19. The rest of the SRH squad returned negative results on the RT-PCR test and will proceed to take part in tonight's clash against Delhi Capitals at the Dubai International Stadium. Rajasthan Royals defeats Punjab Kings by 2 runs in a nail-biting face-off thanks to brilliant innings of Elvin Lewis, Jaiswal, Yashasvi Jaiswal and Mahipal Lomror. Fast bowler Kartik Tyagi defends 4 runs in the last over, taking 2 wickets. Star Indian queuist Pankaj Advani grabs his 24th world title, winning at the IBSF 6 Red Snooker World Cup, beats Pakistan's Babar Masih in the final. Liverpool beats fellow Premier League side Norwich City 3-0 to reach the League Cup 4th round. Takumi Minamino scores twice. Pep Guardiola's side continue their defence of their League Cup title with big win against Wycombe. The COVID crisis might come back to haunt the Indian Premier League as news has emerged that Sunrisers Hyderabad's T. Natarajan tested positive in a scheduled RT-PCR test. According to a BCCI release, the fast bowler, who is asymptomatic, and 6 close contacts, including Vijay Shankar, Vijay Kumar, team manager Shyam Sundar J, physiotherapist Anjana Vanan, doctor, and Tushar Khedkar, logistics manager, and Periyasamy Ganeshan, the net bowler, have been placed in isolation. The rest of the SRH squad returned negative results on the RT-PCR test conducted this morning and will in fact proceed to take part in tonight's clash against the Delhi Capitals at the Dubai International Stadium. Delhi Capitals will play Sunrisers Hyderabad in IPL today, rejoicing the return of Shreyas Iyer. Delhi Capitals are focusing on registering a win against Hyderabad, which will take them to the top of the points table. Delhi are currently in second place with 12 points from 8 matches, while Sunrisers have only 2 points from 7 matches. Sunrisers Hyderabad are at the bottom in the points table and have managed to win only 1 match so far. Led by Rishabh Pant, Delhi Capitals finished the first leg of the IPL with a win. The team is now hoping to start with a win in the UAE as well as with the help of its attacking batsmen and bowlers. Delhi's bowlers Avesh Khan and Kagiso Rabada performed well in the first leg. On the other hand, Sunrisers need to win this match to stay in the competition. Now, in the absence of Johnny Bairstow, David Warner will have to shoulder more responsibility. Delhi are currently... Okay, let's go straight to our sports correspondent Deepika, who is with us now to give us the latest updates on today's IPL match between Delhi and Hyderabad.
Hi Samriddhi, good evening. It's going to be a big match today. Sunrisers Hyderabad will be up against Delhi Capital, and this is the second leg of the ongoing IPL that is being happening due to COVID. It was earlier postponed, and now we are in the second leg, which is being played in Dubai and Sharjah in UAE. Talking about today's match, we've already got the big news that T. Natarajan has tested positive for COVID-19, and along with him, there are 6 other support staff members who've been put under isolation. Those 6 names are, as you said earlier, are Vijay Shankar, who's a player again, Vijay Kumar is the team manager, Shyam Sundar, the physiotherapist, Anjana Vanan, the doctor, Tushar Khedkar, logistics manager, and Periyasamy Ganeshan, who is the net bowler. All 6 of them have been put under isolation due to the COVID test that they underwent in the morning today, first half. And after that, as soon as T. Natarajan came positive, they've been put under isolation. Talking about today's match, Shreyas Iyer is back, which means a really big thing for the players and the fans. The team's batting lineups and bowling lineup is going to look more powerful as Shreyas Iyer is back. And we've got Rishabh Pant, we've got players like Rishabh Pant. And on the other hand, from Sunrisers Hyderabad, Hyderabad, we've got Kane Williamson and the team. Kane Williamson is himself is remarkable. His performance is outstanding. However, the match is going to be neck to neck because Delhi Capitals are at the second position on the points table, whereas Sunrisers Hyderabad are at the lower side of the points table. So both team will be looking forward to, of course, win the match for their team, for their particular team. But here Sunrisers Hyderabad have to win this match to remain in the points table, to remain a position in this ongoing IPL. Samriddhi.
Right, thanks Deepika for that update. We'll come back to you once more on yesterday's match. Well, in a thrilling IPL match, Rajasthan Royals defeated Punjab Kings by 2 runs. Batting first, Rajasthan Royals set a target of 186 for Punjab Kings, who could only score 183 runs in 20 overs. Punjab's victory looked certain till the 19th over with 8 wickets in hand and only 4 runs to win, but fast bowler Kartik Tyagi turned the table on Punjab. Now, Tyagi took 2 wickets in the last over and gave away only 1 run. For Punjab, Mayank Agarwal scored 67 runs and KL Rahul scored 49 runs. Earlier, Rajasthan Royals scored 185 runs in 20 overs thanks to a brilliant innings of Evan Lewis, Yashasvi Jaiswal and Mahipal Lomror. Lewis scored 36 runs, Yashasvi almost touched a half-century at 49 runs and Lomror scored 43 runs. We go back to Deepika. Tell us more about yesterday's match. How did the match shape up between Rajasthan Royals and Punjab Kings?
Kings and Rajasthan Royals, a very narrowly missed match by 2 runs. Rajasthan Royal won the match by 2 runs. The Punjab Kings lost the match. And let me tell you the scores. Chasing 186 to 1, PBKS, which is the Punjab Kings team, were 182 for a loss of 2 wickets. However, at the end of the 19th over, they failed to score 4 runs in the final over of Kartik Tyagi, despite having 8 wickets in hand. The social media team, everybody from the PBKS side were already in a celebratory mode, but as soon as the results came out, it was something very much unexpected, and Rajasthan Royal were handed a very fortunate win. They won by 2 runs, and it was a very easy win for Rajasthan Royals. However, Punjab we've got a statement from the head coach as well, that he's very unhappy and disappointed about the performance, because although they were performing good, they were about to win and everybody was already in a celebration mode, but this last minute loss, and that too with a loss of 2 runs, was something which was unexpected, and everybody has said that they were not expecting such sort of result, which is really again disappointing. But then they would be looking forward to do better in their upcoming matches in IPL.
Right. Thank you, Deepika, for those latest updates on IPL. The ICC has released the latest rankings for women cricketers. Indian captain Mithali Raj tops the women rankings and at first position with 762 points, and Smriti Mandhana gains a place currently at the 7th position. Here's a report.
The ICC has released the latest rankings for women cricketers on Tuesday. In the latest rankings, Indian captain Mithali Raj has once again topped the women's rankings. Mithali Raj have moved up 1 place to the 1st position in the batsmen rankings, whereas 3 Indian players have also benefited from the new rankings. Talking about the top 10 players, Mithali is at the 1st position with 762 points. Indian captain Mithali Raj on Tuesday scored a half-century in the first ODI against Australia, her 5th consecutive half-century. During this, she also crossed the 20,000 runs mark in international career. South African opener Lisa Lee, who was jointly on top with Mithali in the previous rankings list, has slipped to the 2nd place in the latest rankings. She lost 1 rating point after being ruled out of the last 2 ODIs against the West Indies. Apart from these, Alyssa Healy in 3rd place, Tommy Purment at 4th, and former New Zealand captain Amy Satterwhite is positioned at the 5th place. England captain Heather Knight has moved up 5 places in the rankings. She managed to break into the top 10 with her match winning 89 of 107 balls against New Zealand. Among the batsmen, Indian team opener Smriti Mandhana has also gained a place, and she has now reached the 7th position. Whereas veteran Indian pacer Jhulan Goswami is seeing improvement in her bowling ranking. Jhulan has moved up to the 4th position with an advantage of 1 place, while spinner Poonam Yadav remains in 9th place among the bowlers. Australian bowling have retained the first 2 places in the bowling category. Jess is first and Megan Short is second. In the rankings, Deepti has moved up 1 place to the 4th position, and Australia's legendary all-rounder Elisa Perry remains in the 1st place. Sports Desk, DD India.
Star Indian queuist Pankaj Advani on Tuesday grabbed his 24th world title when he triumphed at the IBSF 6 Red Snooker World Cup. Pankaj defeated Pakistan's Babar Messi in the final. Advani, who won his 11th Asian title last week, started the final with a comfortable 42-13 win in the opening frame. Speaking after winning, Pankaj said that he is very fortunate to win both. He expressed happiness over returning home with 2 gold medals for India. Earlier in the day, Pankaj got the better of the Asian snooker finalist Amir Sarkhosh of Iran 6-3. Moving on, Rohit Moore defeated defending champion Mohammad Husamuddin to win his maiden title in the National Boxing Championship. Rohit beat Mohammad Husamuddin 5-0 in a one-sided match in the men's 57 kg final. Apart from Rohit, star boxers Shiva Thapa and Sanjeet also won gold medals in their respective events. In other matches, Deepak Kumar, Akash, Sumit, Sachin Kumar and Narendra also managed to win gold medals, confirming their tickets to the World Championships. The players will represent India at the World Championships in Belgrade, Serbia from October 24 to November 6. Other than Shiva, all boxers are participating in the World Championships for the first time. Moving to soccer, Takumi Minamino scored twice as Liverpool beat fellow Premier League side Norwich City 3-0 at Carrow Road to reach the League Cup 4th round. The visitors led after 4 minutes as Minamino produced a sharp turn and finish from Divock Origi's knockdown. Kaumin Kelleher denied Norwich an equaliser before half-time, saving Christos Tsilo's penalty with his foot. Origi headed in Konstantinos Simika's cross 5 minutes after the break, and Minamino slotted in a late third. Both managers made 9 changes from the weekend's Premier League matches, with Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp handling debuts to teenagers Kyle Gordon and Conor Bradley from the start, plus Tyler Morton as a substitute. Riyad Mahrez scored twice as holders Manchester City came from behind to thrash League One Wycombe 6-1 and reached the last 16 of the EFL Cup. The visitors took a shock lead through Brandon Hanlon, but Kevin De Bruyne levelled 7 minutes later. Mahrez claimed his double either side of half-time, with Phil Foden and Ferran Torres also beating veteran goalkeeper David Stockdale. Substitute Cole Palmer, aged 19, added the 6th with his first goal for the club. He ran from the halfway line before curling in a fine left-footed shoot from 20 yards. It was a successful night all round for City's youngsters, with Pep Guardiola handling senior debuts to academy graduates Conrad Egan, Riley Luke, Mibet, Finlay Burns, Josh Wilson, Esbrand and Romeo Lavia. Defender Wilson Esbrand was particularly impressive with his excellent control and cutback, assisting Mahrez for City's second strike. Victory means Guardiola's side are unbeaten in the competition since October 2016 and have reached the last 16 for the 5th successive season. Burnley's Jay Rodriguez scored all 4 goals as the Clarets secured their place in the 4th round of the League Cup with an untimely comfortable 4-1 win over Rochdale. The League Two visitors took a shock lead through Jake Beasley just after half-time, but Burnley responded immediately. Rodriguez flicked in a header from new signing Maxwell Cornet's corner 3 minutes later, and 32-year-old then scored on 60, 62 and 77 minutes to complete a goal-scoring masterclass. When Beasley drilled the ball into the bottom corner past goalkeeper Nick Pope to break the deadlock, it looked like there could have been a cup upset on the cards at Turf Moor. But that prospect proved short-lived as Rodriguez turned the game around, equalizing before scoring from Martez Vidra's pass to fire the Clarets ahead. A bullet header from Ashley Westwood's cross completed his hat-trick. Sean Ditch's side continued to press, and Aaron Lennon's cross from close range found Rodriguez to bundle home his fourth. With his work done, Rodriguez was replaced by Chris Wood with 10 minutes remaining. Luis Suarez scored 2 late goals as La Liga champions Atletico Madrid came from behind to beat neighbours Getafe 2-1. Getafe's first goal against Atleti since 2011 came when Stefan Mitrovic's header hit the post and went in off goalkeeper Jean Oblak's hand. Now, that was the first time they had netted in 20 meetings with Atletico since Diego Simeone took charge. But Carl Zelina was sent off for Getafe, and Suarez then scored twice as the visitors stayed unbeaten. First, he controlled Mario Hermoso's pass before getting the ball on his left foot and firing home the equalizer. In the last minute, he headed in Sime Salgiko's cross. Ben striker Robert Lewandowski received the European Golden Shoe on Tuesday for his achievements as the continent's top goal scorer in the 2020-21 season. The 33-year-old forward netted 41 goals in 29 games for Bayern in the 2021 season, breaking the great Gerd Müller's record of 40 goals in a Bundesliga season. Lewandowski comfortably outscored Lionel Messi and Ronaldo in his 29 Bundesliga appearances. Here's a report.
Bayern Munich striker Robert Lewandowski received European Golden Shoe 2020-21 after beating Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. It's the first time when Lewandowski managed to clinch the European Golden Shoe, which was won by Ciro Immobile last season. Lewandowski, only the second player based in Germany to receive the award after Gerd Müller, also a striker for Bavarian team, thanked his family, teammates and his club FC Bayern Munich. I honestly have to say I am very proud, very pleased. I must honestly say, no matter where you come from, no matter how small you are, no matter how stupid you are, you always have to believe in the great achievements. I know how much hard work I had to do where I was smaller, even though I have gotten a little bit older. Always work hard because clearly the success and great achievement has to match with the work. 33-year-old forward netted 41 goals in 29 games for Bayern in the 2020-21 season, breaking the great Gerd Müller's record of 40 goals in a Bundesliga season set in 1971-72. His tally represents the highest in Europe since Cristiano Ronaldo bagged 48 goals for Real Madrid in 2014-15 season. The Poland striker was in sensational form and averaged 1.50 goals per 90 minutes over the course of Bayern's 9 successive Bundesliga winning season. Few would have believed that the Gerd Müller's 40 Bundesliga goals would be ever beaten, but Robert Lewandowski went on one better, 41 goals. And all that, by the way, despite missing 5 Bundesliga games due to injury. Dear Robert, on behalf of FC Bayern Munich, many thanks and congratulations for this outstanding achievement. Messi, who has won European Golden Shoe for a record 6th time, was the second on the tally after Lewandowski in the 2020-21 season with 30 goals for FC Barcelona. Meanwhile, Portugal star Cristiano Ronaldo finished third on the list with 29 goals for Juventus. The European Golden Shoe has been awarded by European sports media since 1968 for the top goal scorer of the season. It has been won by many famous players such as Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo and Francisco Totti. Sports Desk, DD India.
Well, there's more in the world of sports on the other side of the break.
Potential that the economy is showing with the rapid vaccination drive that the government has launched, which is the best in the entire world.
We've seen around the world that economies that are sufficiently vaccinated, they're able to grow much faster pace. And also, I think along with the momentum of growth, they also the growth becomes more broad-based.
While the rest of the world is looking at India very positively, this is an opportunity. This is a crisis where we can put our money where our mouth is and begin to introduce reforms both at the center and, much more importantly, at the state level.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the United States of America. Join DD India as we get you minute-by-minute updates, ground reports from Washington, D.C. and New York, and in-depth analysis of every development.
We will bring you up to date on what to expect from this year's United Nations General Assembly.
In-person Quad Summit at the White House. Key bilaterals also in store. I'll get you all the updates from Washington, D.C.
Prime Minister's visit to the USA, 21st to 25th September. Continuous coverage only on DD India. The changing world of news. Headlines that you wake up to. News that shapes your day. Stories that matter to you. The latest and most accurate updates. A fresh start to a new day. The Breakfast News, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. on DD India. Potential that the economy is showing with the rapid vaccination drive that the government has launched, which is the best in the entire world.
We've seen around the world that economies that are sufficiently vaccinated, they're able to grow much faster pace. And also, I think along with the momentum of growth, they also the growth becomes more broad-based.
While the rest of the world is looking at India very positively, this is an opportunity. This is a crisis where we can put our money where our mouth is and begin to introduce reforms both at the center and, much more importantly, at the state level.
Welcome back. Hungary have been ordered to play 2 matches behind closed doors by FIFA following the racism English players experienced at the World Cup qualifier in Budapest on the 2nd of September. However, the second ground closure is suspended for 2 years, and the Hungarian Football Federation has also been fined 2 lakh Swiss francs. The governing body added that it remained firm and resolute in rejecting any form of racism and violence, as well as any other form of discrimination or abuse. In June, UEFA fined the Hungarian Federation £85,500 and ordered a 3-game stadium closure, the final match being suspended for discriminatory behaviour by their supporters during Euro 2020. That sanction did not apply for England's visit, as the World Cup qualifier was a FIFA game rather than being under the control of UEFA, who did not ask for the punishment to be transferred. Well, that's all we have in today's edition of the Sports Buzz. Until we meet again, stay safe and follow COVID-appropriate behaviour. Thanks for watching.